Sorry, I can't focus.
It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so if you tap this side a bunch of times, it will basically mute it.
Okay.
Okay, so next time.
But it starts again in like 10 minutes.
Not if you mute it.
Okay.
If you just tap it on top, it'll pause it, and then Harshita or someone else will hit play over there, and it'll play here. So left side, it'll go away.
Or easiest is tell me, I will make such changes in my settings from here.
Definitely my fault. I take full responsibility.
I'm sorry?
I have problems.
What's happening here? We got a white screen.
We're going to go blank for everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I have a habit of being in the way of the presentation. How about you, Joe?
Did you say a habit?
I do have a habit. The last couple of times I've had people be like, get over to the side, Eddie.
You're blocking the screen.
So maybe I'll sit back this way.
Just like in that room over there?
Gosh, thank goodness Stephen Klein's not here today. Is he a bummer or what, everybody? Let's hear it. Oh, shoot. Hey, Steve. How are you?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm working blue the whole day.
All right, good. Stephen used a bad word on a leadership call this morning, and I asked him if he was going to be working in the blue all day. Do you guys know that term?
You said
Like
that.
comedians that used to work in the blue, like are people who would work with language that wasn't acceptable to a general audience.
Okay.
Like working in the blue. I don't know what the actual
I want to know the etymology.
etymological background is, but not ready for prime time. We're not safe for work language, which we will not be doing, probably.
Probably.
Let's find out where we are in the year, Joe.
Where are we? October, what is it? 21st. I can't believe how quickly time is going by this year. Ever since my kids went back to school, it's been just 2 months gone.
Do you know what this means? This means it's time to stop doing real estate and just take really long naps every day. Is that right?
I guess it depends on the outcome we're looking for.
Outcome, that's true.
Yes.
The worst part is that sounds so nice, and then sometime in like March or April, you're like, oh crap.
Crap, I haven't sold a house in 6 months.
I haven't sold a house in 6 months because I wasn't doing that work in October or November, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Our work yields dividends later.
Yeah. What is the average between meeting a client and them selling a house in our collective experience?
Do you have an actual statistic, or are we just
No,
making a
I'm just
guess?
curious, like if there's a feeling.
Depends.
I just got an email from a client who I've been talking back and forth with for 10 years? 9 years. 9 years. Haven't bought yet. But every few years, they're like, we found the one.
Yeah.
And so we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Get them pre-approved again.
On a Sunday night.
On a
They find
Sunday
that you don't hear
night.
from them for 8 months, and they call you. on
Offers are
Sunday
due tomorrow.
night. We went to this house, it's the best, and you're like, yeah, there's going to be 75 offers on that house. But
Yeah.
thanks for calling. Okay, that's cynical, and I'm going to get rid of that right away and say that I'm going to answer your question. I think with buyers, in my experience at least, a motivated buyer is usually actually a pretty quick turnaround. Sellers are a longer turnaround, and that person you described is somebody that isn't a buyer yet but could become a buyer.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
That is absolutely correct. Yeah. So what does a quick turnaround mean for a buyer?
I think nowadays with the internet and like the listings available to them before we even get them to them, I feel like I'm usually in the last, I'm not selling that much these days, but in my experience over the last decade is that they call you and they're ready to buy in a way that they weren't once upon a time. They've got more of their ducks in a row.
You're hosting an open house, they
Yeah.
walk in, they say,
Yeah.
I love it, can you write it up for me?
Yeah, more than ever.
That's pretty
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Yeah, seriously. Or there's a Tuesday deadline, I just met you. Actually, if anything, it puts us in a position where, like, if we want to do things right and get that, like, buyer consultation in, where we set the stage and everything, it's like a harder market. We still want to have those tough conversations, but I feel like the problems I get from agents usually occur because we haven't had an opportunity to have good conversations with our client.
Yeah.
So many of them do. And it's a tougher thing in a quick-moving, quick-paced market. And so I do feel like it's like, let's write.
Yep. Any other anecdotes? What's the experience in the room?
Experience in the sense?
Like, what's happens in your businesses between meeting a client and closing?
I can talk about my experience when I bought the house.
Mhm.
like, I guess my agent must be lucky because that was the first house he showed and we just put an offer immediately. We didn't even see the house properly. And evening, by the time we were playing golf, and he called us and he said, put an offer, and we did it. And next day he said, you got it. And it was at the peak of it, like people were not getting, even on my house, it was like 50, 60 people who put an offer. And he said, did you want that house? I said, I'm not sure. But we already made that, so just went.
Yeah, you just make a decision.
Yeah,
Do
and
it.
we did, and we were not sure. It was like proposing and deciding that whether I want this relationship or not. So that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We didn't even see the house properly. Actually,
I wanna be your
once
agent.
we made
Sounds
this,
easy.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be Harry because I want to show you the house. I want you to see the house, know the house.
Yeah, he was coming from dropping his son, and he said, okay, you want to, and we were also in a hurry, and we just went to see, just had a rough look, and for the evening we put an offer, we got the house, and
Yeah.
once everything is done, we we not only moved in fact, one of my friends said, you know what, I was looking for the gas and said, you know, you had this gas. I said, oh, I didn't even know what was there.
So
Wow.
this isn't ideal. I just gotta jump in and say it worked out great for you. It sounds like, and that's fantastic. But I think we need to sometimes put the brakes on because we are going to get ourselves into a situation where somebody owns a property that they don't want. If they haven't seen the property, gotten the chance to evaluate and investigate the property, I mean that's just a reminder. That's best practice, right? John, did you have a comment?
Yeah, just a little story here to bore you with. Before I got into banking, before I got into real estate, I was bank manager. I managed bank down the street a little bit. And I had a group of customers who were General Motors employees. They worked at the zone and regional level. They weren't car dealers. They were the guys that interfaced with car dealers in the factory back east, and they were headquartered here. This is the GM building. So they used to get transferred around in order to advance their careers, and they get transferred in here. And one of their buddies, who was a customer of mine, would bring them down to the bank, open up their accounts with us, and then their spouse would fly in for the weekend, and they'd go out and buy a house. And then I always was amazed by that. Come on, we're moving, Annie.
How
Let's
long
go buy a
ago
new
was
house."
this? I wonder how much more litigious California has gotten since that that took place. That's funny. Aziz, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, did you have a buyer consultation beforehand or not?
No, actually, actually that the agent, we friends were buying home and 3-4 people were buying, and actually we were just in US for 1.5 years that time when we moved and bought the house. So we were not sure that we were gonna buy it, but since everybody was buying, it was like, okay, let's go and see. So he was our buyer's agent, and he showed us that house, and we said, okay, it's just happened. We just
Yeah.
don't have anything formalized with that agent yet.
Yeah. Wow.
He was lucky. He just
Yeah.
made 4 deals in a month with all our friends.
Jeez.
Interesting. Well, usually it takes some time to develop. So rolling back to the subject of October, usually it takes some time to develop trust and develop relationships and to kind of get all our ducks in a row. And, this time of year, is prime time for us to be kind of working on that aspect of our business, forming a relationship. And they're good, and actually, not just that, but actually selling homes, because, there are homes that are sold at the end of the year. And a lot of agents just kind of like close off the end of the year from their mind, but there's some good deals that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it easier to get people into contracts. It seems like there's a little bit less competition. biggest month my team ever had was December.
If a seller is motivated, like a really motivated, and they have to sell their home, it doesn't matter if it's November or December.
Yeah.
So the sellers that are out there need to sell, and if other agents have taken a break with their buyers who are dealing with holiday stuff and family stuff or whatever, it means the smaller buyer pool, and they're still motivated sellers, they need to unload a property, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's share some wins real quick. So our little tell me something good. I have two real quick. One is he's not here, but thank you to Preet for running this meeting 2 weeks ago. I was gonna put him on the spot and ask him what he learned from that experience. I trust that it was amazing though. Feedback I got was great. So thanks to Preet whenever you guys see him. And also Harshita. Harshita helped this office grow with 8 people last month. Which is a really big number considering she's also doing everything else in the office and wearing a lot of hats right now. So thank you very much. Yeah.
She got a shout out at our annual risk meeting. I can't remember if it was Rick or Michael that shouted out her name and talked about her. But what I will tell you, Michael, what I will tell you is that I was talking to Harshita about it today, and she had heard that, and she didn't understand the context. She thought maybe there was accolades given to other people as well. And I said, no, it was like the standalone appreciation that was just thrown out to Harshita for her contributions to the Fremont office. And it was so well deserved and such a nice thing to hear in a room of 600 people. Because I know it, I see it every day.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Any other wins? Got one to follow that up. Yeah, Aziz.
Yeah, we had put a 12-unit apartment building in Berkeley on the market. We received 5 offers, which were really nice.
Mhm.
And so we had a contract.
Yay.
And we were able to negotiate
Awesome.
the terms, which were really nice. Yeah, very good.
These commercial guys work hard. They work on deals for a long time. We were talking about how long it takes to nurture a client. Aziz has probably been working with these clients for a long time, and it's a nice sized paycheck, but it is a lot of hustle and work when it comes down to it. Right?
We have a property in contract. It's a 3-year escrow.
Yeah.
3-year escrow. We negotiated for about a year. Got in contract now, it's a 3-year escrow.
That'll teach you not to sell it, not to spend that money until it's in the bank.
Yeah.
Because it's a big mistake we realtors make, is that we start to sell
There's
it
a
up
check
here.
coming.
I mean,
That's right.
we
Yeah,
start
yeah.
to buy stuff with the
That's
check
right.
up
That's
here,
right.
pay off bills. It's like, don't pay them off until it's in your account.
Yeah.
And commercial does it better than anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you.
All right. Any other wins? All right, let's roll. All right. I got a little video with family reunion. Keller Williams announced the keynote speaker. So I've got a little video. If it's gonna play, let's find out. Oh, it's got audio too.
Millions of people are flocking to the pages of this man right here. We're talking about Jay Shetty.
That's right, former monk turned storyteller.
I love you too.
The #1 health and wellness podcast.
A New York Times bestselling author at the face of calm. Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty.
Well, there it is. We have a keynote speaker, which I'm really excited about. Do you guys know Jay Shetty?
He's in my same field, so yes.
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's-
I'm a life coach and an author, so yes.
Oh, really?
He's on the
Interesting.
same line.
What's that book? Think Like a Monk?
Think
I
Like
read
a
one of
Monk.
his yeah, that's
Yeah.
really great. Actually.
Yeah.
He was a monk.
He spent 3 years as a monk.
He spent 3 years as a monk, and he kind of does. He has a whole book about kind of adjusting your mindset to think more like a monk, a
Like monk,
spiritual
yeah.
person.
Yeah. I'm really excited. That's in February in Atlanta, Georgia. If anyone wants to join me, I know I'll be there. And Eddie, you'll be there?
I'm a 80%er right
Cool.
now. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
I may
you
take
going,
the
Aziz?
midnight train.
All
Why
right.
should we go there?
What's that?
Why should we go there?
Well, the reason I play the video is I'm excited to go see Jay Shetty. But there's a lot of reasons to go to family reunion, dive into really deep education and whatever your niche is in real estate, to network with agents all over the world in different communities, to earn those referrals. And why don't you add 1 or 2 reasons? Why might you go? you're eating.
My main reason these days is really networking from with people all over the world there, and we get business through there. That's the important thing, right? We get business and learn something new. You always learn something new. I've been in business for a long time, but I always learn something new.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah,
And
it's a big.
sometimes we learn something old. And by that I mean, a lot of times I'll be in these rooms and I'll be like, oh, I knew that. I forgot that. Oh yeah, it's true. Like sometimes it just gets you back to the basics on things that you need to kind of remember about running a business.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
nice little reset.
Oh yeah, I need to effort, right, yeah.
Yep.
I think last year we had the digital. Will we have that again this year for people?
Playing in the office?
Yeah, playing in the office.
Yeah, it is the version for the office is limited. It's what is it? The keynote and the
Only Gary Keller's and one special one and the last year.
yeah, okay. So it's a limited serving, I guess, of family reunion. But yeah, we'll have that here. Little watch party.
But Joe, why should the agents should go there? Like just to hear that Jay's speech or for something else?
Yeah. Well, it depends. So this is something that Stephen and I have talked about a lot, is like going with a singular purpose. Like what is most important above all else? And for some years for me, it's been to connect with other agents to earn referral business. Some years for me, it's I wanted to develop a YouTube channel. So it was going to absolutely everything about YouTube channeling. Some years for me, it was really about giving myself my own time and space, connecting with people that I went to family reunion with, and then going to the big keynote events. So it's, every year it might look a little bit different for me, and if you're at all interested, my advice would be to decide what it is that you want to get out of it. Is it referrals? Is it education? Is it the rah-rah, like rejuvenation, invigorate your spirit in business?
And to hit rewind a little bit, because I realize sometimes we talk about these KW things without supplying any context for people who are newer to the KW world. Like,
Yeah.
I'll hit rewind and say, what this is a multi-day conference of real estate professionals from all over the world with multiple stages set up and multiple, like, just numerous discussions from other real estate professionals, people doing what you're doing, telling us how they do it well. And it is just so rich with information. You just go from breakout to breakout, and there's just like a billion things to learn.
Yeah.
For some context.
Yeah, thank you. That's helpful. Yeah, and this is the largest real estate convention conference on planet Earth. So there's yeah,
There's something like 11
By a
million
lot, yeah.
people that show up.
That was last year. It'll be 12 million.
Well,
this
it
year.
is funny that when you're in the lines, you do hear from people who are like, I can't believe there's only 20,000 people here this year. Last year was 40,000. People just throw out numbers. We were joking about it last time. Like, there are a lot of people there, but it is almost like one of the other kind of side memes or something, like
Yeah.
people just walking around upping each other about how big the conference is. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a lot of energy too. Yeah. Cool. Are we good?
Yeah.
Shall we? Okay. Cool. We got to welcome Patrick. Is Patrick in the room?
Hey,
Patrick.
welcome,
Hi.
Patrick.
Welcome. What industry did you come from? Is this a second career for you?
Yes, this is a second career. I came from the tech world, tech
Okay.
industry.
Very
I was
cool.
in that for over 30 years.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome.
Yay.
Glad to have you. And okay, that's it for welcomes. Okay. All right, well, we're going to run through this real fast. You guys know where to find our calendar. It's at the front desk. There's always a ton in there, so look through it, find classes that are in alignment with what you're passionate about, what you're interested in, or the gaps in your business, and go. But as always, we have, on Thursdays at 11, we have 75 Thrive. There's a QR code. We also have access to everyone that's ever been recorded. These are on Zoom, so you can watch them from anywhere.
Can I ask a question while we got everybody here? Can you raise your hand if you've watched or attended some of these?
Oh,
Okay,
very
good, good. The reason I'm asking, honestly, is because I'm also kind of in a management role at another brokerage, and we were just looking at the bills.
Yeah, we paid
so
for this.
you know, we're paying for the agents, and I just want to make sure, like, it's a cool series. But if you guys if you guys didn't feel like you needed it, we would want to know.
Yeah.
So take a look, because it's being presented by the brokerage for you guys to take advantage of, and there's a whole series of them.
Yeah, yeah. This is actually a good topic since we're in October, towards the end of the year. How to effectively lead generate during the holiday season. So I'm going to change topics a little bit, but it's appropriate with him on the screen here. Is what can we do for our clients, whether individually or as an office, to better plug in with our community during the holiday season? And what comes to mind for me is things like pie giveaways or some other like create community around us sort of thing. Does anyone have plans to do something holiday-ish this year for lead generation? Yeah, what are you doing?
We just had Diwali.
Yes.
And I'm just inviting, like, drop-in, it's like open house at home, meet and greet and celebrate.
That's great. Okay.
That is mostly neighborhood and.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so just a sort of an open house in your home. Yeah. All right.
Does everybody know who Brian Buffini
Mostly
is?
known people, not like strangers, but yeah.
Right, to your sphere, to your database. Absolutely. Okay.
Do you all know who Brian Buffini is? Is that name familiar? Kind of industry coach, leader, who works a whole system of working by referrals, developing relationships, something he calls pop buys, like, delivering little gifts to your farm. There's an agent in our Castro Valley office. Her name is Judy Grubb, and she's been a real estate professional for over 25 years, probably getting close to 30. She's super successful, and she's super committed to these types of things, to the pie giveaways. And she's a big Buffini head. That's why I brought him up. Like, she leads her real estate career in such an intentional way. And for example, she's doing a pie giveaway out of our Castro Valley office, where she invites like every past client to come pick up a pumpkin pie or a pecan pie. It's an opportunity to give something to somebody, have them stop by the office, solidify that relationship. And I bring her up because she's somebody that does it consistently for decades. Because those people who have a boatload of business, who have a model that they've used for decades, it's worth thinking about, like how, having these concrete, deliberate plans for connection are helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
For your
I
career.
love pie giveaways. People love receiving pies.
Yeah, I love
And
food.
we've done that in the office here before as well. Was that last year or 2 years
We
ago?
have done 2 years. Now, this year I need to understand if agents are interested, because from past 2 years, only Steve Pierce is doing that, which I can do separately with him, not to market too much to office without any reason making noise. So if you guys are interested to do something like that, office can help. We can bring the pies. You just have to pay to office. Pies will be ready. You can invite your clients here. We can also create a plan where we are sending emails to your clients, or send emails to you, and then you can forward the same template to your clients.
Here's
if
the-
that works, something like that, just let me know. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to schedule a pie day.
Yeah.
Is there official pie day?
It's in February.
No,
Ideally,
March.
March or March, but
3/14.
yeah, 3/14.
But this is for
Oh,
like the
3/14,
holiday.
okay.
But this is for like the holidays.
Yeah,
But we do on Thanksgiving, during Thanksgiving time.
And
Yeah.
here's the thinking, real quick, just so that if you are newer to real estate, or if you haven't thought about this for a while, the reason is because everything is about reminding people that you're a realtor. So when I talked about Judy, I realized I'm talking about this person with this really solid book of business and their return clients. But even if you're brand new, the idea is everybody is being reminded that you are a real estate agent when you send out that invite, say, come by and pick up a pie. Like, you're doing something nice to them, and they're coming to a real estate office. And I cannot tell you how huge that is.
Yeah.
Particularly in your early years, when it's easy for your peers to forget that you're now a real estate professional.
So, I'm sorry, I have a question on this, like, personal way.
Yep.
Like, I'm still struggling to, like, join my, like, people know me as an author, as a life coach, and they know me very well, but bringing that to my realtor thing, I'm not sure, like, how to actually put it that they get it, like,
Whew,
I'm
boy.
still, like, not able, I'm not sure, like,
You've
like,
said
how
it.
to do that.
I'm just gonna say this, you've said it. That's one of the toughest things, is because I was I was a transfer, right? I'm in my 50s now. I had a different career before the last, almost 20 in real estate. I know this feeling of having to kind of move from a different industry. It's about what we're talking about. You got to hit them over the head with the fact that you're a realtor. So when I bring this up, it's exactly because of that problem. Like, there is no straightforward silver bullet that happens right now. It is not being a secret agent. You've heard that term before.
Yeah.
Finding every possible way you can to remind people you're an agent. So one way is having them come to a real estate office to pick up a pie and thinking of things like that. How did they associate me with real estate?
Yeah.
And especially my the social media presence.
Mhm.
So people take me in a very different light. Like I talk about relationship and solving their life problems and all that. So as a training and development consultant, and suddenly like, hey, I'm a realtor, I'm selling home. So I don't know how to gel this with taking a very serious topic and bringing them that. So I'm still struggling to do that.
So the other element.
I would, can we talk after the meeting? I have some thoughts.
I have
would
some
love
thoughts
to
too.
share
I want
with
to
you.
talk about it too.
Okay.
Develop expertise. Come to disclosures classes. That's how you bridge the gap. Bridge the gap by being an expert. Go ahead.
Well, so returning to Pi Day, so Harshita's asking essentially if this is something we're interested in as a group. So, is there interest in the office helping facilitate bringing pies to this office so that you can invite your clients here, have conversations with them about real estate, hand them a pie? Is that something you're interested in? Raise your hand if you're interested in it. Okay, it's still light.
2 or 3 people is enough people.
No,
and
but we're thinking of how much it might cost to us.
Yeah, what are the
That's
different?
the question.
We usually get pies from
Costco.
Costco, so I think $7-8.
Yeah.
Per pie, and another pie is I think $9.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, yeah. So $7 to $10 per pie.
We don't want to reach out to a bakery and get a specialized pie because that will be more expensive.
Oh, I've done that. It's way more expensive.
Yeah.
Costco's the way to go.
So Hashita, how much per person?
So you can invite as many clients as you want, but
It's
So, like,
$7
it's,
per pie.
Per pie, okay,
Yes.
like if how much
The whole pie.
like my contribution is like how many pies I want to.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How many you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and part of the power is the invite. It's not the pie.
That's
It's,
true.
it's being able to send out to 300 people, like, I'm thinking about you, I have a pie for you, come meet me in my office. RSVP if you're able to make it. And then maybe 10 people will RSVP.
I think piggyback on the same thing that you are trying to remind them that, hey, I still remember you, you are special for me. They don't know you are inviting 10 clients or 2 clients or just 1 client. It's just the power that, oh, I remember you, you are very close to me and I can always help you.
Yeah, and think
Is there
about
a
the.
way we can try to reach out new people, like, so they can see us and.
With this, so yes, and with this event, this is more about people that know you. Otherwise, it can get very expensive. Like, think about like, hey, anyone want a free pie? Like, people are gonna show up for free pie.
It's nurturing real
But-
estate, nurturing relationships,
That can get-
also reminding people.
From your LinkedIn, your presence is good on LinkedIn.
I know.
Just post there, be ready to ask people to RSVP. Once they RSVP, we have a head count, we
Yeah.
order the pies.
Why don't we not have a commitment right now? Why don't you think about it and let Harshita know, like, this week if you want to participate? Does that sound good, Harshita?
Yeah, I've done it 2 years in a row, and trust me, it's a very easy, simple, inexpensive touch that your
How much
clients just
inexpensive?
think the world, but they just think the world of it.
So, how many-
You'd think, some of them, I almost felt like they thought I baked the pie.
Yeah.
And I almost hated to
Yes,
say,
yes.
well,
That's
you
why
know,
they came. Yes,
and some
okay.
people, I hate to say, well, they're from Costco.
But
They're massive.
They're good and they're big pies.
Massive,
Yeah.
very good pies.
They're good pies.
So Steve, how many people did you invite?
I kind of have a selective group
Yeah.
of about 75 to 100.
And how many showed up?
10 to 15.
There you go.
And you get an
Okay.
RSVP and you buy the.
Yeah, I thought, oh, and everybody's brother's gonna want a free pie, but a lot of people that I'm really close to that I thought would take advantage of it, they did.
Yeah. So it sounds like you spend like $100-ish. Yeah.
How much more bang for the buck than sending a $500 just sold postcard?
Oh my goodness.
I think that intimate conversation is way more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So think about it in your budget.
Okay, we gotta move on.
We gotta
This
move
is
on.
great.
We're very excited about pies. We love talking about pies for 20 minutes. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
Sorry.
So again, I'm gonna flip through these. Check the calendar if you've got. Oh, I do want to pause on this one because our social stuff is so much fun. Friday, October 24th, we've got a Halloween potluck and costume party. Do you want to say anything about this one?
Yeah, every year it's a great event and we all enjoy, and it's a time when we come together, network, learn from each other, and then go out doing brokers tour together. That's the reason we try to do all these events, so you understand what the other agents are doing, learn and move together.
Yeah, that's this Friday. Wow.
And that's a
Wow.
costume contest also, so please, Victoria can always tell about this. She is very excited. She's
Oh, yeah,
planning to
yeah.
do a lot.
Huh. What are you
So, yes.
dressing up as? Do we
So
get
you
to know?
said we are having a Halloween party. So what are you gonna wear?
You did say
So
weird
that
stuff.
means you have to come.
We say-
What are you going to wear?
No, that's the secret. I'm definitely gonna wear something.
I say you come as Victoria and Victoria comes as you.
Did we do that deal with Joe?
What's that?
A couple of weeks ago here? The
What's-
deal of dressing like each other?
Like, yeah,
I
we're-
think we're under that conversation.
That's
a few weeks
actually
ago.
today, actually. I'm Joe right now. I'm just,
Yeah. Okay, come to this, RSVP,
Spooky.
show up, wear
Spooky.
something fun. There's the following week, again, this is gonna be at the fun. I do wanna pause here, Ben Kenny's awesome, so he's doing next Thursday's 75 Thrive. And he's going to, it might be helpful for you, every lead that you'll ever need is right under your nose, is his topic. This guy is a master at conversion. Essentially highlighting, you already have it, everyone already has a database, and it's about turning that database into closed business. So come learn from Ben. Cool. All right, and then we got onboarding on next Friday.
Stephanie,
For Rena.
are you mortgage advisors?
Yes, I gotta pause here too. Chili cook-off. You wanna talk about the chili cook-off?
Yeah, that's a fun time for our agents because whole year they work so hard and show their skills. We also want to see their skills, cooking skills, and they'll get a bragging right for ever here in the office. And this time we are also giving some kind of, I'll say gift card or something. So that's a secret. So please prepare, and if you are doing that, please RSVP so that I have the list of ingredients. Some people are allergic, and
yes.
we need to be very clear with what are the ingredients you are using.
Yeah.
And that, I swear, that's a fun time because we have judges not from inside the office, from outside the office, and that's the time we go. They taste, and we have to wait literally like we are in school, colleges, and we are waiting for the result.
That's fun.
And luckily this year, I should not say luckily, but yes, for you guys, luckily Carl Medford is not participating.
I
so
was
he's not
gonna
going.
ask.
Because Carl wins a lot,
Carl
right?
Medford
Yeah.
is the one who has bragging right for 2 years.
Yeah.
Now this year you're lucky you can get that bragging right.
We have a
Carl's usually
chance.
ringer.
All right.
He's not participating. The ringer is not participating. Okay.
He emailed me, I'm like, yeah, it's not good for you, but for my agents it's good because this year somebody else can be the first one.
Yeah, awesome. All right, we'll talk more about this, but Mike Putnam's coming in November to run a mastermind on teams. So if you run a team or you're thinking about running a team, this is a mastermind for you. Thursday, the 20th of November. Look, I made a slide for us to talk
all
about
right.
risk management. I don't know much. I don't know about you guys. I had a lot of fun at our risk management. Look, I got some pictures. So this was from San Francisco. We had about 15 of us from Fremont in San Francisco, which is pretty awesome. I know most of you, though, went to the one in Cupertino. Who was in Cupertino?
Campbell.
Oh, sorry, Campbell. Are they next door? They're next door, right?
Yes,
Okay. All right, so most of you made it to Campbell. Great. Yeah, so I guess I'd love some takeaways. What was something that was an unexpected surprise? Like, oh, that can keep me out of trouble if I do that. Yeah.
The music on the
Yeah.
posts on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Because I actually see a lot of agents that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was something that.
People in general in this internet age, like they're very free and loose with copyright, and you really can't be. There are folks out there searching for this stuff to send you a letter and to make a claim that you're violating copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, I was actually sued based out of Florida. And it was basically, it was the very first website that I had prepared 25 years ago. And yeah, the company that put together my website, they were just grabbing photos from anywhere and everywhere.
Yep.
And nothing ever came of it eventually. I mean, I threw it back to the company and said, you deal with it, because you're the one that pulled them.
Yeah.
And nothing ever came of it. But there are people out there that are just searching and they'll hire an attorney and just send out these letters.
Yeah.
It's a little cottage industry.
Sometimes people will send them money.
Yeah.
It's a little, Marty Mead has talked about this before, it's a little cottage industry out there, people just trying to collect on these things. And so it's not necessarily the photographer, it's somebody on behalf of these photographers looking it up, trying to kind of get in and make a deal, or music. So Steve's point about throwing it back at the provider, the website provider, any kind of clear in writing communications we have with people that we're employing to kind of gather information for us, or images, or it's ultimately our responsibility to make sure that we're not violating copyrights. But boy, will it help a lot if you put people on the hook in writing, also in some emails telling them what your expectations are when they're preparing a website for you, and get them to affirm that they'll follow the rules.
So I have a question on this one. So for my social media for real estate, I'm not very sure where can I find the information, like, which is like for the compliance one, because there are a lot of things that I want to be sure that it does not get into trouble. So what is the right resource where I can see and check it, that okay, this I can put, this I cannot put, and everything? Do we have a training on that? Is it course material?
So you joined the brokerage fairly recently, I think, in the last couple of months, right?
Yeah.
So, well, first I'll say that it's in everybody's policy guide, our P&G manuals. There's a specific carve-out that deals with advertising, and when we sign up with the brokerage, we sign a standalone about advertising guidelines. So you should have that in your packages from when you joined. The reason I asked how long you've been here is because I bring this up fairly regularly, probably maybe once a quarter on the screen, actually, about what's expected. And I can tell you real quick and dirty, like what you should be looking at right now, which is you should be identifying yourself clearly with your name. You should have your broker affiliation, meaning KW Advisors Fremont, should appear on your materials. Your license number should appear on your materials. Marty didn't bring this up, but I've read conflicting information. I've read information on DRE advertising that they want to see us identify our designation, like realtor, broker associate, real estate professional, one of the titles essentially that identify ourselves to the consumer as somebody selling real estate. But if you have those, your name, the brokerage affiliation, your license number, and your who you are. In your professional capacity, that'll satisfy the minimum requirements. We like to see the brokerage license number on advertisements as well. It's just more best practice than anything else. If you scan all your social media and all of your content and just make sure those elements are there, you're good. But the resources, you'll find it in your P&G guide. I bring it up to the room once every quarter or so.
Yeah, you'd be good with the DRE, but there are other requirements like ADA compliance that goes on websites, and all of us are not website specialists. We are out there to sell real estate, and so this is where hiring the right professionals, like whoever is building your website, need to be able to rely on them to make sure that it's meeting the other legal requirements outside of our DRE requirements.
Great point. So was it WCAG 2, I think it was?
Wow.
There's a new set of ADA compliance rules that got unveiled like a year and a half ago, and the advice from our attorneys is that we should absolutely shift liability, shift responsibility over to our web developer when it comes to making sure that the websites are ADA compliant. Because they have to be read in a certain way, they have to have certain accessibility features, and that's just beyond our pay grade, right? But we want to make sure we have in writing that we've instructed anybody we're hiring to create a web presence for us, that it's within the ADA compliance standards.
So do we have a checklist for it, like if I'm designing something, like when it comes to logo or any color selection or the positioning of the elements? So can
Yeah.
I quickly look
Like a
back?
style
Is
guide.
it okay? Is it
Yeah,
not
let's,
okay?
yeah, that's, we can add that to the list to talk about after the meeting. That's great. Okay, one more takeaway from, risk management?
I heard there was so many people.
Yeah, 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 that was San
Huge crowd in
Francisco.
both facilities.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
I think emotionally you feel good when you're part of a large team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than being alone.
Yeah.
That's another point for family reunion.
That is another point for family
I
reunion.
want to ask about, they mentioned that website, which I registered for, but I didn't go look at it yet, where you could send it to the seller and it walks them through the TDS and the SPQ.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
don't like it.
You don't like
So I was sitting there like, and I think Marty probably was too, quite frankly. But, you know, Rick is trying to introduce cutting-edge technology tools that are being used in our industry. I think that whenever we are helping supplement our responsibilities as the fiduciary with a third-party tool, we have to check and double check everything that's been said and done in those, with those tools. There helps, but the buck stops here, guys, the buck stops here. So, to answer your question, what he was describing, this Legal Shield protection, is a application where you can pay. It's free for agents to join, but the consumer is asked essentially if they want to buy something similar to like insurance on the disclosures that they're making, because they're guided through the process by, you know, some attorneys took the car forms, worked with them to make them digestible, kind of like Glide does. There is some kind of indicators of like whether you're going in the wrong direction in the way you're answering question, or help with what do we mean by 220 or 110 volt. You know, there's guidance along the way. When I say I don't like it, it's fine, but I hate when I think that real estate agents are going to think, well, that's off my plate. You know, paying attention to and being that good fiduciary and guide through the disclosure process. So if our client works through a platform like this, they prepay for the extra protection, great, but we should be reviewing the information with them and confirming and doing our fiduciary.
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
That answer your question? Okay.
Sorry, I had to jump in because I felt like there was a lot of context left out in the
Yeah,
meeting that
Yeah,
day
I wanted
about.
some feedback on if it was worth using or not. Yeah.
If you give it a try, remember to scrutinize it and then report back. Let us know what you think.
I have one more question from that risk management. So he mentioned one example where a guy organized a community, some school thing, and somebody fell on the pumpkin and he got sued. So my question is, like, what are the things we need to avoid? Like, somebody fell on pumpkin and got sued, like, so does it mean that I should not?
We
come
have
up
the
with something
chief
like that?
pumpkin,
No
we have the
pumpkins.
chief pumpkin.
No, it's not about if somebody is
banana
infested to
We have
do
the
that.
chief pumpkin tripping expert in the world here, Stephen Klein. So what you're referring to is the difference between the coverage that we have within a real estate brokerage for the errors and omissions, for the transactional mistakes that may come up, the coverage that we may have on premises for accidents, and these things that happen in this third-party atmosphere, like an open house. Stephen?
Thanks, Eddie. Hi, everybody. So you can't control what other people are going to do. You can never stop someone from suing you, right? What you can do is keep yourself protected if and when that happens, right? So there is an insurance policy. Let me back up. So the Market Center's E&O insurance policy is intended specifically to protect each of the independent contractors whose licenses are hung here in case something unfortunate happens transactionally, right? Failure to disclose, something like that. The Market Center also has a general liability insurance policy that is not intended to protect independent contractors. Everyone in this room is running their own business, and so each of you should have your own general liability insurance policy to protect you from claims of third-party bodily injury, like someone tripping over a pumpkin, or third-party property damage, there was a claim a bunch of years ago where an agent was showing a home and she put her bag down on a glass coffee table and it hit it just in the right spot and the entire glass coffee table shattered.
Yikes.
So third-party property damage. As Marty also mentioned at the risk management meeting, there's coverage for limited coverage for intellectual property claims. So if you are using images or other media that you found online that you think either doesn't have any rights attached to it, or you think that you've paid and cleared those rights, and someone makes a rights claim, this insurance policy could also protect you in that way as well. It's called a BOP, a business owner's policy. It offers general liability protection like what I just mentioned. There's also some limited coverage in there for business personal property like your computers and cell phones. The policy is $500 per year. It's very inexpensive, and it protects you comprehensively so that even if you've done nothing wrong, if someone wants to make a claim, you've got a choice. You can say, I'm sorry that happened to you, here's how you contact my attorney, or I'm sorry that happened to you, here's how you file a claim with my insurance company.
So do we have to take a separate like insurance policy other than what we have right now, like with the broker?
It's not required, but it's,
Okay.
I can't
It's
recommend it highly enough. I mean, I don't understand how everyone in this room doesn't have a $500 insurance policy, frankly.
On this line, I have the same question, like when we are showing houses, open houses, so if anything goes wrong with the house, like you mentioned the table broke, or anything can happen, or some kid is playing, or they got hurt, or they broke something, so who is liable? Am I liable if I'm doing the open house, and is it being covered, or do I have to do something about it?
So liability is kind of a loaded question, right? I think that we all agree that we sort of live in a society where no one really wants to take responsibility for their actions, right?
True.
So in those situations, let's say someone gets hurt,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of rug right here
Yes,
that's-
right.
that's lifting up. What if someone trips over that, right?
Yeah.
Who's getting sued, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get sued because you saw it, you're gonna get sued because you allowed it to happen, the city of Fremont will get sued because they allowed the business to be here in the first place.
Planet Earth will get sued.
Planet Earth will, or Space Force will be sued, right? So all you can do is keep yourself as protected as possible, right?
And one way to do that is through this business owner's
It's through this
policy.
business owner's policy.
$500.
So, do you need it? No. Is it a really, really good idea? Probably.
You need it.
One of
Yeah,
my
I
favorite
think I
aspects.
would go for it.
One of my favorite
I don't want-
aspects of the BOP, the way you've described it in the past, is that, you know, even just that attorney letter, you know, not like having the backing of the attorney is worthwhile, right?
So when you have an insurance policy, there's a duty to defend clause in the insurance policy. The insurance company has a contractual legal obligation to defend you from any claim that comes, right? So I'll get to you, I promise. If you have to hire an attorney to tell someone to go get lost, what's that gonna cost? $400 an hour with a 30-minute minimum or something, right?
So if a customer is there and I'm talking to them and the kid goes out and just fell or got hurt, so am I responsible?
Well, I don't think that Stephen can kind of help us assign hypothetical responsibility in these situations. But what Stephen can tell us is if a claim is made against you, are there policies that would put you in a position to defend yourself and have payments?
Right. Yeah, I'm not an attorney. I don't do personal injury, so I can't tell you what you would be legally responsible for. But I can tell you that if someone thinks that they can get money from you, they'll try to make you responsible for it.
To be careful, like how can I save
And
myself?
get insurance. Get good insurance.
This is a greedy
homeowner
state.
and the brokerage are going to be sued. And so each should have their own insurance. And then it's gonna come down to, you know, what was the proximate cause of the injury, who was at fault, and you go on and on from there. So just understand that, yes, we do have exposure because we're the ones that are hosting, inviting people to the open house.
That's the way to
Homeowner's
kind of.
not insulated 100%, you know, but there's basically dual liability.
That's a way to
I'll tell you real
cap on
quick,
it.
the
Mhm.
most common incident that we are subject to, and I've had it happen multiple times, is sliding glass doors having been recently cleaned. And people
Yeah.
rush
That's-
right
oh,
into
God.
the door, just face first. I mean, I've had it, I can't tell you how many times I've had that happen. And it's just, I'm just so fortunate that people don't get hurt.
Mhm.
It's just, it happens so many times. I can't tell you. The one I do remember specifically was a woman with high heels walking in the backyard, and her heel hit a hole in the lawn. And they came after all of us.
Yeah.
Who's responsible? Who cares? Let the insurance companies figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that caps it off, is that we can't tell you who's gonna be responsible, but we can tell you who's gonna get sued, and that's everybody. So it's, you know, it's, who ca it doesn't matter who's responsible in that situation when you get sued.
Sam,
Okay.
Could you share what percentage of the KW Advisors agents have a bot?
That's a good question.
Oh gosh, under 20. It's a low number.
Kind of like earthquake insurance.
Yeah. You don't need it until you need it.
It's
Yeah.
odd, it's an oddly low number. And transparently, I will suggest to the whole room, the reason that it only costs $500 is because you're not likely to need it.
Yeah, it's a little.
Right?
Yeah,
If the insurance
right,
companies
that's
thought
right.
that you needed it, they would charge you way more for it.
Yeah.
It's a protection, it's a sense of comfort, right, to doing business. Okay, so
Wait, Stephen Beard has been waiting very patiently to say
Well,
something.
I know these guys want to go on. I just want to say that it also covers your personal property if it is damaged outside of your home and not covered by your personal home policy, right?
Business
Yeah,
personal.
business person.
Business
Sorry,
personal.
I meant to say that. Like your computer, your
Computer and cell
laptop for
phones.
business,
Yeah.
and cell phone, if they get damaged outside of coverage of your personal home insurance policy, the BOP will cover it.
Like if I drop it?
No, that, no.
No,
it's
if it
not-
gets stolen out of your
it's not
car,
Klutz
though,
insurance.
Gets stolen out of a client's property or at a point.
Okay,
What
thank
else
you
do
for
you
that.
know?
Yeah,
Anything
tell
else
us
you
about
wanna
the
talk-
shutdown.
Okay,
how it
so
impacts
hi everybody. I'll save my introduction. What I want to just mention something that's topical. The government is shut down, as we all know. It only affects insurance in one specific way, and that's the National Flood Insurance Program, which is a FEMA program. And so while the government isn't being funded, there are no more there are no flood policies being written through NFIP. So if you're selling homes that are in a flood zone, Greystone Insurance also works with 2 private flood insurance companies that are not affected by this at all. Frankly, I think the premiums are very, very competitive, sometimes even better than NFIP. So that shouldn't be a concern of yours. If your clients need flood insurance, or if their flood insurance policy is scheduled to renew and NFIP won't renew it, we can help them. Similarly, and just tangentially, earthquake insurance is similar as well. Most people are familiar with the California Earthquake Authority, which you can purchase through your homeowner's insurance company if you want earthquake protection. Not that it's shut down, but we also work with 2 private earthquake insurance companies. I would say 95% of the earthquake insurance that Greystone Insurance writes is through private earthquake insurance. I happen to believe, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, you will have a more satisfying claims experience when you have a private insurance company than when you are going with the public option. Okay, are we okay on time, or do you want me to wrap it up?
Shortish.
So we spend a lot of time advising our clients about when it makes sense to file a claim. A lot of our clients recognize that when you're in a hard property and casualty insurance market like we are now, where policies are being canceled or non-renewed, insurance companies aren't writing new business, you have to be really strategic about how you handle your insurance, because insurance companies are looking for reasons to cancel policies, and filing a claim could be one of those reasons. A lot of people don't know, most property insurance claims will have a negative effect on future premiums. Some property insurance claims might even affect eligibility. And so, you know, at Greystone, we consider ourselves fiduciaries like you do. We're advisors like you do. And so when a client contacts us and says, I've had a loss, what should I do? The first question that we ask is, what's it gonna cost you to get out of it? Because by being cognizant of how that claim might affect future premiums, it might even not pencil out to file a claim that's less than $8,000 or $10,000, unless not filing that claim would create an economic hardship, because that's really the purpose of the insurance, right? So for everyone, it's different what that economic hardship looks like, and where their comfortability or their availability or affordability to file a claim or to self-insure or to take care of that claim or that loss themselves is. But we're here, that's what we're here to help with.
And that's one of the beautiful things about working with an insurance broker instead of an agent, is you can call and ask, should I file this claim? Whereas if you call your insurance company, like a State Farm or something, and you say, hey, this thing happened, should I file it? They're filing it
They're
right
opening
there.
a claim.
Like, it's
They're
done.
opening a claim, even if it closes with no payout, a claim will have been opened, because the primary purpose of an insurance company is to pay claims. That's what they do. I just want to close with one thing real quick. Greystone Insurance had its 7th anniversary this past summer. We're very proud of that. We've been able to grow our business because of the support of agents like you. Up until about a month ago, we had 5 Google reviews in 7 years. And so we are starting a raffle, or we're having a raffle. If you've had a positive experience with Greystone Insurance and you want to leave us a positive review on Google, scan that QR code. We're having a raffle at the end of the year. If we get 50 total reviews by the end of the year, we're going to raffle off a $500 Amazon gift card.
Nice.
I'm going to be here for a couple of hours if you want to talk about things that are going on, or if you want to talk more about how to keep yourself protected. I'm happy to talk to you.
I always thought, Stephen said that the primary role of the insurance company is to pay out claims. I thought the primary role of the insurance company was to identify exclusions.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, when you work with a broker, when a claim starts going sideways, we are able to be your advocates, right? The reason that I chose to be a broker and not go work for an insurance company is because I think there's an inherent conflict when you buy insurance directly from the insurance company. Every person that you ever talk to is an agent of that company.
Mhm.
How could they possibly have your interests in mind?
Interesting. Okay, so talk to Stephen.
It's a challenge not unlike double-ending a deal. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go through some listings and we'll get you out of here.
What's the deal with listings? What are we telling?
Well, we're gonna share where we got it. Why is that important? Because we want to see the themes. If everyone's like, yeah, I've been talking to my database and surprise, surprise, there's business in there, then hopefully that means we'll all be a little bit more inspired to talk to our databases or open houses or whatever it is. All right. So Amberine is not here. She's got this one in Fremont, still Walter Common, 1,000,001. Cool. I didn't say the other half. Where you got it and why we want it. Why we want it is one sentence. All right, Pat is not here either. All
Let's
right.
sell this for Pat, because I think we gotta get this sold.
Yeah, we want it because we want it sold for Pat. Got it. All right, and just listed. Carl's got this one in Newark. Anyone from Carl's team want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's an older house, it's pretty dated. Offers are due Friday. If you haven't seen it yet, got anybody interested, show it to them.
Where'd you get it?
I hosted an open house, and I dropped in on an open house there, and it's very well attended, so I think there will be offers.
All right. Do you know where you got it?
I don't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good price.
Actually, it's Natasha's deal, but I don't
Okay.
know where she got it either.
And Scott?
Yep, just put in the market, we just had first week at open house. It was all remodeled by using free model, and it looks really sharp inside, everything's redone, looks super nice.
Awesome. Where'd you get it?
Past clients, friend referral.
Past client, friend referral. That's awesome.
Work that network.
All right. Thank you. And Daniel's got this one in San Jose. No, Daniel. All right. 3, 2, 1, 2. 1.2. Almost. Francis? No. All right. She's got this one in Pleasanton. Talk to her if you got someone interested. And that's all she wrote. Look at that.
Did anybody have one that didn't make it to the slideshow?
Got one coming in San Ramon, I think it's gonna be on the market on the 30th. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2 stories, 2004 construction. Real nice house. It's gonna be $1,799,000, which I think is gonna get us a couple offers.
And where'd you get it?
Interestingly enough, house was built in 2004. In 2004, my daughter and her husband bought the house right next door. And they've since moved out, but these guys still remember me because they're on my mailing list and on my Facebook page.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for sharing. And G2, you had
I have one as a vacant lot in Old Canyon Road in Fremont, off Mission Boulevard. We're asking for $1 million on that one. You can build 4 condos or 4 townhouses on it. And I have plans approved, six townhouses on Bay Street. Plans approved, ready to build. You have to submit city building permit, about 120,000, asking 2 million for that.
Okay,
These are plans that we'll get,
cool.
ready to go.
Thank you. And where'd you get them?
Both are friends.
All right.
Line up.
Okay. Cool. Any others? Just listed coming soons, off-market stuff. Going once. Going
All right.
Pat, we tried to sell your
Sell Pat's condo. Sell Pat's condo. Do you want to tell us about your condo and why we should buy it?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to tell us about your condo?
Oh, that's not a condo.
Oh, it's on?
No, it's a residential townhouse.
Okay, tell us about your
Townhouse.
townhouse and why we want
It's
it.
closing in a week, that's where I've been today.
It's done.
All right. You don't have to sell. You don't have to sell Pat's property then. We saw it up on the
It
slideshow.
was 30 days, came on the market, went pending, and it'll be closing within all 30 days.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right.
Because the price was low.
All right. I think we're done here.
I think we're done.
Thank
Yep.
you, guys. This is great.